named Sam Parker at birth. The name was an obvious pointer to the path the parents had chosen to guide him through. Well, at least until he became old enough to make personal choices. Even at that, it took a destined experience for him to see the truth, the right path. His work as a restoration plantation designer has taken him to several countries in 4 continents. Through his expertise, many desert locations have become home to green plants. Sam was in Jordan and the West Bank for a desert regeneration project, so he had many opportunities to visit other parts of Palestine. It was in one of those times he had his life-changing experience. Still, while in the Middle East, Jordan precisely, he had the opportunity to visit the occupied West Bank of Palestine, where he had a life-changing experience that would change the trajectory of his life forever. He was touched by the destruction he experienced, but that wasn't all. While walking out of the occupied territory, a young Palestinian girl ran to him with no shoes and offered him food. This singular act of kindness, despite the sad condition of the Palestinians, struck him to the core.
I went to Hebron. Man, that place shocked me to my core.
Wow.
I got to a vantage point. I could see over the wall. I could see the rubble of old Arab houses, town blocks that had been destroyed. And I could see like a city, 150,000 people. Just next to like 500 settlers that were surrounded by military, surrounded by massive machine guns. And then I walk out onto the street and there's these little 5-year-olds run up to me with no shoes on, offer me food straight away. First thing that happens, like these kids with no shoes, you know, they're obviously not got a lot of money. And the first thing they think to do to me, a Westerner walking out of an occupied area, first thing that happens is I get offered food. And yeah, that's got to say something. Yeah. So I think the kindness of the Palestinians, more than any other people I met, showed me truly what Islam was.
Sam has taken it upon himself to help raise awareness and funds to mitigate the plights of the Palestinians. Now, there is a backstory that might shock some people. Sam is a student of Jeff Lowden, a fellow Australian who is an expert in vegetation regeneration using permaculture and is a Muslim convert himself.
He's taught me more than another person, and he's a big part of my reason for reverting to Islam as well.
Sam started learning about Islam while in school through his interest in the environment and how Islam is the more environmentally considerate religion.
And so I got taught by this lovely Buddhist lady about Islam. And so we did this part of it about how it related to the environment. And for me being environmentally inclined, when I started to learn about how environmental Islam was, it was very clear. It gave me a clarity of understanding morality that I couldn't get from another faith.
Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Yeah, no, definitely got it.
So, he had been exposed to Islam for a long time before he became a student under Jeff and while studying under him. But it wasn't until a personal experience opened his eyes to the truth that had been staring at him all along. What is even more interesting is that Jeff became a Muslim while working on a project in Jordan, and his story has been nothing short of inspiring.
But it was nothing like the transformation Jeff was about to experience in the same dusty desert.
I was at the end of 4 years designing, consulting and teaching in the Jordan Valley. And then we had 9/11, right? And then we invaded Afghanistan. And it's like, what are we doing? And then we invaded Iraq, right? And George Bush is saying, you're either with us or against us.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
And I'm thinking, well, I'm not with you. I'm definitely not with you. That's for sure. Because I see all this stuff and it's just like, this doesn't make any sense. And I know these people. So I'm like, okay, I asked some brothers, they're brothers now, can you take me to a mosque? I just really want to understand a bit more about Islam. And that's where a journey started. They took me to the Haji school on Friday prayers, taught me the Shahada, asked me if that sits well okay with me. I said, yeah, it sits okay with me. Can you learn it? So I learnt the Shahada, and they took me to Friday prayers.
Sam performed his Hajj rites in 2023 to further cement his resolution to be a better Muslim. Alhamdulillah, he has a good teacher and mentor in Jeff.